morning, my beautiful people. Happy Sunday. Oh my God, it's such a beautiful day. This is when I practice mindfulness. Like, I just live in the moment, and I'm so grateful of the abundance and the life and just the ability to thrive and the ability to do things in life. It's just such a beautiful feeling, and it really is like very it gives so many really good endorphins. I mean, nonetheless, I did go to the gym this morning too. But today, something really heavy has been on my mind. And when I was on the treadmill, I was thinking about it a lot. There's so much guilt and shame that we carry in our lives. Over things that we couldn't control, over things in our life that didn't, that we didn't have control over, and that could be anything. That could be, sexual assault. That could be, feeling rejected in your life and not, feeling favored or not, or being rejected in a family, or, oh my God, did you see that bird? In a family setting, or feeling unheard, or just experiencing some horrible things in your life. And that horrible definition differs for everyone, right? Your horrible is your horrible. That's your experience. That's your story. No one can tell you by definition what that looks like for you. If it affects you, if you carry guilt and shame with it, then that's your trauma, right? That's something that was traumatic to you. That was a traumatic experience to you, and it's something that that you're harboring, something that you're holding on to, something that's hindering you. It's hindering you from moving forward. There's an isolation within you of injury to your psyche over things in your life that's happened to you, and those things do cause anxiety. They do cause depression. They do cause those things. But I think what's important to understand as you think about guilt and shame of things that's happened to you in your life, it's important for you to take your power back, right? Because the guilt and shame is not your burden to bear. It's not your burden to carry. So if things didn't go right for you in your life, if things didn't work out in the favor that you feel it should have, if you feel like you were hurt, someone hurt you, someone did horrible things to you, it's not your burden to continuously carry into your future. It's not for you to continue to carry in your life, right? That's not your burden to carry. You have to disassociate yourself from that. You have to release that pain, and you have to let it go, because it's hindering you from being your amazing self, right? That guilt and shame belongs to the person or people who was wrongdoing to you, who did wrong by you and to you. That's not your burden to carry. And I find so many people carry guilt and shame for things that happen to them. But when you carry that shame with you, you carry the bricks of that. You're not free, right? And did it hurt? Absolutely. Was it painful in your life? Absolutely. But you have to let it go. If you feel like, in your life you should have had better, and, guidance and things in your life that you felt like you didn't get, do that for yourself today, right? we become isolated and we become imprisoned by things when we're like, well, this didn't happen for me, that didn't happen for me, you know, my parents should have did this, you know, I should have been watched better, I should have, and those things may be true, right? I'm not discrediting that, but that's hindering you from living your best life. You have to stop pointing fingers at some point in your life and release the things that people didn't do by you, right? Sometimes people don't know what they don't know. And sometimes when I'm in sessions and I give that perspective, it's like, oh, you know, I didn't even think about it that way. But when you feel like your parents didn't do or your grandparents didn't do or whatever, what you need to think about was how their life was growing up. What did they experience in their life, right? All we can do is be better for our children and stop and break generational curses. That's the best we can do, you know, when it comes to a lot of sexual assault. And that's a heavy topic, right? That's a very heavy topic. But unfortunately, it's happened to so many people. And people tend to carry that guilt and that shame. That's not your shame to carry. That sick individual did that to you. You didn't do that to yourself. You have to let that go. You owe it to yourself to live freely, without shame, without guilt, without pain. You have to let those things go. They don't serve you in your life. They don't serve you in your space. They don't serve you in your future. You can't manifest great things if you're holding on to negative baggage. Heal from it, absolutely, but release the burdens of what people did to you. Stop harboring on it. Become the victor and release being the victim. Have a beautiful Sunday and enjoy the rest of your day.